So for our first trip, we went to Bottomless Lake State Park in New Mexico, and I think we had a really good time.
We did it, finally!
Along these roads we roam, we find adventure through traveling, camping, boondocking, and exploring.
You know, I think right off the bat, I think maybe we should talk about one of the things that really made this trip super exciting. You know, you always hear about the people out there are very friendly, the RVing community, and we met a couple that I think proved that.
First 10 minutes. We weren't even unhitched yet, and one of the camp hosts came driving up to check us in. Her name was Rita.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't be nicer.
Yeah.
I left Russ high and dry. He had to figure out the unhitching all by himself because I think Rita and I wound up talking for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think maybe a little more than 30 minutes. But then her husband Kevin came over. Great guy. We told him right off the bat, hey, we're new at this.
The thing that I loved is just that feeling of belonging right from the get-go.
They were a really neat couple. Dave also is a accomplished sign maker. So
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Yeah, I don't even know where Dave came from. He looks like a Dave. Kevin, you look like a Dave. But Kevin is an accomplished sign maker. He's been doing this since he was a kid. So we needed our website put on the back of our trailer. And within a couple hours, he
came driving down in the golf cart with
Yeah.
all the stuff, and he insisted on installing it. And
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It would have been
It would have been all over the place if I were doing it.
We had a lot that had a lot of space. One of the things that I was worried about was we are not accomplished people yet with backing up the trailer and communicating at all. So I found a site that had a lot of room next to it. And so that was one of the reasons why we chose a state park versus some of these other campgrounds
Yeah.
where you're a little bit closer. The facilities for a state park were good.
Yeah.
The ones over by the campground were far better than the ones over by the beach area.
Yeah.
So if you have to pick between the two, definitely go over to the one by the campground.
The water was warm. You know, I thought it was going to be cold. It was a push button type thing, but the water is actually nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I forgot about that. The push button, you get about 5 seconds of water at you at a time. I don't know if that's the norm at the state parks, but it takes a little bit longer when you're washing your hair, a little bit more thought. It's really just go and enjoy the beautiful scenery. There are trails for bird watching, hiking that are close by.
This state park is actually just gorgeous. It's got a big lake. I went swimming in it. We got Abby to go swimming in it. One thing that was really cool is I was the only one swimming in that lake. So I don't know how often that happens, but again, we got it at the right time. There wasn't a whole lot of people there. There are a lot of raccoons there. I think every night.
I forgot about that.
Every night we could hear them going through our stuff or going through the garbage. One night they actually got into my grill. Now my grill didn't have any food. I knew not to leave any food out, but it had the smell, you know, the grease from cooking burgers that night. And I decided to go. I could hear them rustling around out there, so I went out to look, and there was like 5 raccoons, and they all just looked at me, and I had the flashlight on them. They just looked at me and kept on doing their thing. They didn't leave until I stepped out of the vehicle. Not aggressive at all, but they're definitely not afraid of people either.
They're incredibly entertaining. The first night while we were there, we heard them, and I'm peeking out the window, and one of them was trying to crawl into the back of our truck to check and see
Just
if we
look
had
for
any
something,
food.
yeah.
And he slipped, and you just saw the silhouette fall back on the ground.
Yeah, they eat well. They're portly little guys.
They're a little chunky. If you're coming from Roswell, heading in, there's going to be a sign with a right-hand turn to follow to get down to the campground. Bypass it, go straight, the road will loop around and bring you directly to the campground. That first one will lead you on a very narrow, bumpy road. For some of the people with big rigs, it might be a little bit harrowing.
We didn't go down that road, but I think our little guy could make it through there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just easier. Just stay on that main route, go all the way around. You're going to come up past an overlook and just keep going, and it'll bring you right down into the park area.
And if you're coming from Dexter?
Yeah. I almost forgot about this. There is a massive hill right at the bottom of it, and there's a stop sign down there. So when you're getting close to the park, just make sure to be aware that you're going to have to stop after this big hill. So Bottomless Lake State Park is the first state park in New Mexico, being founded in 1933. There's all kinds of rumors about the lakes. So the rumors about these lakes are that they were sinkholes, but I think actually what we've read is that the lakes were like Carlsbad Caverns and the tops just caved in. There's all kinds of rumors about what's in there, from giant sea turtles. I know that's the one that scared me the most when I was swimming. I'm from Hawaii. I've actually been bit by a shark when I was 17 years old, but I was scared of the giant sea turtle. So there's another set of lakes called the Figure 8 Lakes, and the rumor there is that they're connected underneath. There's an old story about a horse falling in and drowning, and then them pulling the horse out of the other lake, which is separated. It's also rumored that Billy the Kid and his gang hung out in this area, and they were the ones who were responsible for naming it. Whether that's true or not, who knows. There's rumors about items falling in the lake and then resurfacing in the Gulf of Mexico or in Carlsbad Caverns. So there's all kinds of really cool things out here, things to read about. All right, so we swung through Roswell, New Mexico Discount Tires to get our tire plugged. The good thing is that it's all free. We're going to get our tire rotation and everything, so it works out. Not as we had planned, but still it works out. We're going to take a little walk with the dogs around this area and see what we can find. Maybe go grab something to eat.
Okay, so Wilshire Boulevard is straight down that way.
And this is running, it runs like,
It runs that way.
then I'll run into it on Main Street.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Part of our wonderful Roswell adventure is we got a flat tire. So while we wait for that to get fixed, we're going on an adventure to Petco to keep the dogs out of the sun.
So our free discount tire service costs us $40 at Petco. So Discount Tire is very good. They allow you to bring your dogs inside. It's hot outside in Roswell, New Mexico right now. And they said, yeah, no problem, bring them in. I know Abby appreciates that.
Where is he, Abby?
No, do not get me. Go get him. Go get him. We did it!
Yep, we took our first trip in our little guy Max.
And we lived to tell about it.
Yes, we did. Okay, so we're definitely going to go back to this park. If you have any suggestions or questions for our next video, put them in the comment below and we'll make sure to address those. Also, if you want to reach out to us, you can get a hold of us through our blog, through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
That's all for now. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.